In Dynamo 2.0, dictionaries were introduced to provide data structures in Dynamo that allowed for key-value pair relationships. In this video, let's have a look at this type and how it works in Python. I currently have the Dynamo exercise file open for this video. In here, I've created a dictionary in Dynamo by using letters for the keys and points for the values. If you haven't used this type before in Dynamo, it simply allows us to retrieve the values based on the keys. So for example, let's add a value at key node by right-clicking and searching value at key, and then plugging the dictionary into the dictionary input, and then we need a key for the key input. This can be one of the keys that have been assigned to the dictionary. These are all strings, so let's add a string node and we'll retrieve the value at A. Great, so you can see that it's retrieved that value, which is a point associated with the key A. A key difference to lists here is that the collection of pairs in the dictionary are unordered, as they don't need to be ordered. Items are retrieved by keys. This makes them much faster than lists when retrieving specific data. So with this in mind, let's have a look at how to work with these in Python. Go ahead and create a new Python node, and let's plug the dictionary into input 0, and then retrieve that dictionary as di. To start, let's have a look at retrieving the data from the dictionaries as we would in Dynamo. We can retrieve all the keys and values independently from the dictionary at once by accessing the keys and values properties from the dictionary. Let's access both of these by directly outputting them. So di.keys and di.values, and then run. Great, so it's fairly easy to retrieve the keys and values. Let's have a look at getting and setting individual keys. To get a value at a specific key, we can use the method the same as the node that we just used in Dynamo. So let's try this by creating a variable named keyD, and we'll assign to this a call to the value at key method. For the parameter, let's use capital D, and then output keyD. Perfect. So we've retrieved just a specific value. Let's try setting values. We can do this by using the setValueAtKeys method, which takes a list for the keys and a list for the values as the parameters. As this returns a new dictionary, we'll need to assign it to a new variable. So let's create a new variable named di2, and we'll assign to this a call to the setValueAtKeys method from the dictionary. For the first parameter, we'll need a list of the keys. So let's create a list directly within the parentheses, and let's use the keys capital D and capital Z. Then for the values, let's use 2 and 4, creating another list. And then go ahead and output di2. Great, so you can see that we've reassigned a key, which is D, and we've created a new one, Z, which has the value 4. These dictionary nodes provide fresh new functionality to Dynamo and Python. However, Python actually has its own dictionary type, which performs the same function. To create a Python dictionary directly in Python, we can do so as we would a list by putting the key and value pairs directly in brackets. However, with dictionaries, this is curly brackets. So let's try this by creating a variable named newDi, and we'll assign to this an empty dictionary. In between these pair of curly brackets is where we can put the key value pairs. Each of the pairs need to be separated by commas. The key of each pair needs to be a string and the value separated by a colon. So let's create a key named 1 with the value 1. Great, so this is a key value pair within the dictionary. Let's do the same for 2 and 3. We can now access, create, and reassign the keys and values of this dictionary a little differently to the Dynamo type. For example, we can access one of the values by indexing the dictionary with the key. To try this, let's reassign keyD to new DI, and then we'll index this with 1. And then go ahead and output key D. Great, so there's the value 1, which we've retrieved from our dictionary. To reassign a value or create a new one, we simply reverse the assignment like we do with lists. For example, let's reassign this key 1 with the value 5. So reversing the assignment, 1 equals 5. To view the change, let's output all of the keys and values of the dictionary by accessing the properties, like we did with the Dynamo dictionary. So output new di dot keys and new di dot values and run. Great. So there's our keys and values with 1 being updated to 5. The downside to Python dictionaries is that Dynamo cannot handle the Python type. That is, we can't output the whole dictionary like we would a Dynamo type. For example, if we try to output the new di dictionary, you can see that we get an error with Python, which is string does not contain a definition for key. This is because the type is simply not supported in Dynamo. Dictionaries can be very useful in Python if you want some fast lookup functionality. Just keep in mind that there are some limitations when working with Python dictionaries in Dynamo.